The amateur game has always been a big part in our lives. It's always the topic of our conversations and it's constantly on our minds on a daily basis.
Although it's not at a professional level, the amateur game is a working class sport at a working class level. Players put their bodies on the line, lives on hold, and have worked their socks off to be the best they can be from the top to the bottom of the amateur game.
We live and breathe football, and the amateur game has given us our best years in football. Both of us have come to the end of our playing days and want to sit and speak to the legends of the game, legends in their world, to sit and listen about the careers and stories of the game we love.
Welcome to our podcast.
3 points, please.
Today we have a Bangor legend, international and top midfielder throughout his career in Leinster Senior League and a little stint in the AUL. Welcome, Lar.
Hey lads.
Lar
Dunne.
Welcome, bud. Just having a chat there, so talk us through what you're at now.
So I'm officially not officially retired yet. I told Scott I was only semi-retired, so I better not when I contradict myself there. So yeah, I played up until the end of last season, and it was just hectic with work. So Bangor got called there the FAI job. We played them it was August, and so I played that game, and then I said to Scott, you're going to be flat out, we're working out for a little bit, so I'll take a little break, and haven't gone back yet. So we've moving house in the meantime, so that was my excuse. Keep saying I'll get down and play a few Saturday games, but the longer it goes, the more I'm fit and feeling, the older
The lazier you get.
Yeah, the passion kind of goes a little bit, would you say?
Yeah, I'm surprised how much I haven't missed it. You know what I mean? I thought I'd be one, yourselves, that's playing and training for so long. I used to get out on a Tuesday and a Thursday, and but I suppose I'm flat out now coaching kids teams and work and everything else.
So Kilbarrack kids.
Coaching Kilbarrack's under 10s, So we're we have 3 teams on the go there, so that's hectic trying to get that. We only got that open last year, so that's going well. There's kind of 8 of us trying to run that now, and then involved with coaching Nave Bro, somehow never played Ghana in my life. But
Did you not know? So you know
played a
experience?
small bit in school, but we were all soccer players putting the ball on the ground and getting shouted at by the teacher for not picking the thing up. So coaching hurling as well. So I know what I'm doing.
How you find the changeover from the coaching to managing? Obviously, the young kids, and it's different to senior lads. Obviously, being a senior lad in the dressing room, giving that direction, kind of giving them a kick up the arse sometimes. They were kids, it's totally different, isn't it?
Yeah, it's hard. I didn't really have any experience managing. I helped Scotty out for a little bit with Bangor at one stage there, probably about maybe 3 or 4 years ago. So I was thinking I might retire, and I said that I would go and give you a dig out for a little bit. So I did about 3 months with him, and Jesus, I have serious respect for the managers haven't done that.
Did you hang the boots up completely for that 3 months?
I did, I didn't play at all. Just it was Scotty and Doug Fitz were Fitzpatrick were coaching, and Brian Warren, who's another fellow who played with Bangor. So the 3 lads were the management team. Like I said, give them a dig out. When I see those comments and there is no respect for the people that. I don't know how Scotty has done it for as long as he had, or the likes of say Pete Lennon and Martin Lock and that just stuck with it for years. It's incredible. It's way harder than playing. Just rock up and play and stick on it for. It doesn't say forget about it, but you'd have to be the last first there and the last one leaving and all that. So a bit of that with the kids, but it's not as intense now obviously with the kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've probably seen Scotty over the last good few years. Do you think he changes his management style, or has he just always been the same? He's changed, just to deal with different lads, how they changed as well.
I think he said it himself. I was only listening to that earlier. I was listening to Scotty's podcast, and he kind of said it himself. Scotty was really young when he started managing Bangor. He was only early 40s maybe, and he said himself he used to be popping off referees, and he was he was a bit more volatile, I suppose. And
the famous ban he got as well.
You got a good got a few months alright. That was actually the season I was at Kevin's. Scotty, that was
the season he got the ban. You went left.
I think he was missing me.
His crutch.
Talking down. But no, there's just got his eye hasn't changed. He's definitely he's a much better manager now, I'd say, than he was then. He probably say that himself. Kind of I've matured a bit as well, kind of calmed a bit as a person, had kids, and all that kind of stuff. And now he's great. Now he runs a really good club. Like I think Bangor's a small club, and the Sunday manager has a lot of that kind of running the club really. So there's been years when he's kept that thing afloat himself. Really, like it's a small committee. It's been times when it's been hard to get Saturday managers in, for example. And it's not the most glamorous gig sometimes being the Saturday manager because they're getting their best players taken every week. So he's kept that. He's kept it going. Like the year we got relegated, and we wouldn't have a big hard for Bangor to pick up players. Sometimes we don't have the kind of pipeline of the schoolboy section there. So I don't know how he's managed to keep it going. But now he's a great fella. Really good mate of mine. So I have to say, but he's done a great job with Bangor.
Is he still popping the phone, or is he giving you that little time? Or
no, that's what I expect him to be ringing me more now, but maybe that's telling me something.
This is it.
I really don't. To be fair, he has his touch base with you time, but he's very good for looking after people. He is. So
he knows if he needs a time or if he needs just leave it alone.
He would, yeah. He's
give him a shout, Scotty.
We were talking about there the weather. Obviously it's lashing outside and all our shows and all that. So Bangor's pitch probably going to be off for the next couple of weeks. Would you say?
You never be playing again. Putting into a swimming pool. Yeah, it's now. Do you know what? I've been in the transport club a couple of years. Yeah. That move back has been actually great for the club.
Right.
Being kind of wandering around for a couple of years we were, so obviously got the vast majority of the time I was playing for Bangor, we were up in school, up in Rathfarnham, so you probably know it well.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I can't remember when it was, but we decided to let the leagues go on the school and moved to Ivy Grounds at the time, so St James Gates pitch. We're there for a couple of years.
What would have been the thought process behind there with leaving such a you said it was a bit of a famous pitch, and you know what I mean, with the tip and things like that, but they were so consistent on it and so successful on it.
Teams hate
it. Tough place to go.
Tough place to play on. Yeah, I'm talking to people about it. I was talking to John in the league one time ago. One of the Ireland saying he was how he can play there, because with playing midfield, I'm going to try to get the ball down a little bit. Yeah. Sometimes the skill will be in bits, yourself. But I don't remember exactly what it was. They started going. I started playing in the school because of a fellow called George Reinhardt. He was one of the founder members, and he was the caretaker in that school. And George had passed away. It was probably facilities wise, it was probably a push to play on. The facilities are only getting better, I suppose, in the Leinster Senior League at the time as well. So it was probably a push to get our pitch. Probably one. Maybe to get back into Dublin 12, which is where the club was from, was a bit of a push on that as well. So we were there for a couple of years. I don't think it suited us. It's a massive change to go from this skills to tiny, kind of not a great surface, but hard place to come and play. And teams probably used to play Friday nights up on the gate there. And do every rounds. The teams would be like coming there, playing Friday nights and nice pitch, and we really struggled. So I think we were playing there this season, we got relegated. So that was
going to hamper I didn't know it was nice to play on, but it probably hampered because he's probably had the style. We need a year or two to kind of change which way he wanted to play.
Yeah, and we were trying to get players from the Crumlin area as well. It's kind of where the club is based, so Bangor Road in Crumlin's where Bangor gets his name from. So probably wanted to be based there and pick up lads from. So the Gluards would probably be the closest thing to Bangor. And it's probably the lads the biggest thing to probably get back into the area. So we're there for a bit. Then Bangor, I think there was one or two sort of failed mergers there with Manortown at one point where they were kind of joining from Manortown. So now, for instance, it could be like small club, a couple of lads are keeping it going, and they're really good people. Like Eddie Karen, we've seen their fella in PTS, he's a really smart fella, but he's probably, they're looking at employing, look at the clubs that were coming up, going, we have to put something in place longer term. We'd get probably a more permanent home in Dublin 12 if we can, and so they tried to merge with Manortown. That didn't work out. There was 2 years, I think, where they joined with Greenhills. And that was controversial. A lot of Greenhills people didn't like that start. We were supposed to play a game, and people down protested and stood on the pitch and couldn't play the match. So that lasted for about a year and a half, 2 years. But then the chance to get into the transport club came up, and that's been great. That's been brilliant. Like it's a cross drive from Lourdes, so it's probably teams don't like coming there. It's just not great. Can be good. We're in the summer, we're brutal now around this time of year. But that's been good because we picked up a lot of lads that are from the area. That's the key, I think, is when lads are kind of 18, 19 coming out of school with football. They're trying to get them and hold on to them. I think our first club that they go to, you'll have a bit of allegiance to.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, so that's how we've learned how to transport.
So speaking of Lords, we'll take you back to your schoolboy days.
Yeah, played for Lourdes all the way up. Yeah, really look at it.
Are you from Cronin?
I'm from Cronin, yeah. I'm from Sundridge, so it's only across from Sundridge Park where Lourdes played. So started off, was it 6 maybe, with that brought me down. We were lucky, we just by chance had a lot of really good lads in the area. They're a really good team. A fella called Jim Waldron's the manager, and we were kind of strong enough. Kind of that team stayed together until we were under 15.
Premier all the way up.
Would have been Premier all the way up, yeah. And only 5 parks, and the lads went away. I think it was 5 of the team went over the England after the 15th season.
What's players name?
Stephen Bradley probably would have been the most high-profile Rovers manager. That's was probably the best player in the country, I'd say, at that age group.
He was well known even earlier.
Yeah.
Would have known about what we did.
He went out to Arsenal, so I think tried to sign him. Ferguson's over here.
It's a famous story, he was knocking on his door.
So that's it. Stephen Rice was Stephen Rice one just around the transfer club, so he would be in there as well. Stephen Quealy, I don't know if it's one of the he was playing fullback. Conor Kennedy was on that team as well. That was a good team, good team. Won 2 All-Irelands.
It's actually, I remember actually being at that All-Ireland. I think that was Brad's last game, wasn't it?
Could have been under 15.
Yeah.
Belleville.
And fine, we played after us, we were playing
Sound the well.
Joey's, I think we were playing Joey's after us, and I remember watching it, and then everyone was like, there he is, the whole thing he was going to Arsenal. I think that could have been his last game for us.
The main pitch on the AOL.
Main pitch on the AOL, yeah.
He's an incredible player, he was, and everything. It's the scale he had, Jim, but he could play anywhere as well. Sometimes Jim would play him as a centre half, sometimes he'd play him up front. Just wherever the team's best player probably was, he'd throw him in there. Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Brilliant.
So,
2 All-Irelands.
Yeah, we never managed to win the league actually. We chatted before there. It was good teams like Belleville, Home Farm, Joey's were probably the strongest teams. So we were always thereabouts, seconds and tours and stuff like that. But I think under 14 and under 15 we won the All Ireland. So it was good. Great, like Jim, the fellow who was taking us, Jim Waldron. He was a great manager. He became at that on the scale for Liverpool then. Liverpool Chiefs game in Ireland maybe. But Jim's a great fella. That team was magic. Like, lucky to money across the road from my gaff, so that's great.
But for a local league, they got 5, 6 lads now, but probably big names around that people know in around League One and across the water as well.
There's a big pool of players in that area, isn't there? And a lot of teams around like to get some good quality out.
Yeah, like it's probably like you're famous, like just it's flat out football, like just there's not the guy's not particularly strong there. I don't think. Well, it wasn't when I was growing up. I know there is a common guy, but I never touched the football or
Now you're a game coach and a hurling coach. Really good. So Lewards were very strong at that time, so but not so much anymore now. But at that time, Lewards would have been probably Lewards been strongest club. Crumlin probably weren't as strong at that time. Going back a while now. But Crumlin has kicked on massively now since.
Remember the ball lays up had up in Lords,
yeah.
But that was only was that your main pitch up there? But was that for a certain team or was that for finals?
No, we never used to play there.
No,
we never really allowed to play on it. Yeah,
is that where the playoff was? With the
Stella Mars.
We used to play it on the hill there. We win, but they were good pitches up the hill.
So obviously the council will let us play there. It was reserved for.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. Yeah, it was like a running track or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Is there a pitch still there?
Cycling track. I don't know if they use their football anymore. Yeah, I don't think they do. I don't think they ever got to use that. Only for the summer camp.
So did you kick on then, Lar, after schoolboys, or did you stay with Lords till 18s, or what way did it?
Yeah, I played for Lords up until played the under under 15 season, and then all the lads went away, and the team stayed together for a year, like under 16. And yeah, it was hard. Just got to the end of that year, and when we sort of just done, so the team folded. Actually, they were gone, and I was looking for somewhere to go and play. And a fellow called Jim Kelly was involved with the Orchards. He asked me to go there.
Senior?
No, 17s. So I went up to the Orchard for a year, and enjoyed the year of the Orchards. It was a team full of gas characters. Who would have been Nick Scully, Scullier, gas man, Harry McNevin would have been
played
there.
for Collinstown, did he?
He did, yeah, he would have been, yeah. Harry McNevin, Harry would have played senior for the Orchard as well, another gas character. Jay O'Brien was there, director of football with Pats now, Jay was there. But that was good, yeah, right there. I think we won anything. Yeah, the year there, and then went to Bowes and the other things. I can't remember what dragged me over to Bowes, to be honest with you. Must have known one of the lads. I think what I know it was a bit of coaching being involved in Lords. He'd been off to Bowes and he asked me to come down. So, yeah, to like to shit off then, went over, did a year there, and yeah, it was kind of, played the 18s, still going to bring in the odd time, trains from the 21s and that, but I was never getting sniff, like it just wasn't probably good enough there.
And were you interested in that, like stepping up if the call had came? Would you try to dip your toe into it?
Probably, yeah, which is I would have loved to. Like, I was all about football growing up, that's kind of all I wanted to do. Like, I was saying, like, I used to be in the school there, like football in the school, like just to get an hour in the air playing football. Like, the school always seemed to be a group of lads going in and playing ball, so I just flat out all the time. All I wanted to do, really. So yeah, I was delighted to get out, go all the girls. I think I was 21, but I wasn't yet to the level. I was just a bit too high.
Young though as well, and when you step in at 18 and even with you're playing in the 21s, you're playing with men really, aren't you? Like, that are probably a little bit more advanced. It's a tough little period of time, especially if you're not physically there. You know what I mean? To be in 21, 18, between 18 and 21,
I think there's three kind of 2 or 3 lads that there's so the lads that are naturally gifted that get put that way. There's lads that will work their arse off and make sure that they get there with the hard work, and then you have lads in the middle there. If you're in the middle there, you're not talented enough and you're not having the work right there. You're gonna filter away because you're not gonna stand out. And what'll happen is if a lad's working hard enough, they'll say, listen, we give him a bit of time, we maybe get there. You make sure he gets there, because he has that drive. But you're in the middle of them. Not saying you were in the middle,
but
that was
bang on. I wasn't exceptional at anything. Like, I never was. I wasn't ever particularly strong or quick or like I was kind of okay at a lot of things, but it wasn't up to stand out really. You have to get that.
Definitely.
Smashing players there.
Were you always a centre midfielder there?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah. Got used as a winger at the odd time, but no real pace. no real pace. Not really great for scoring, so defensive winger when I was playing as a winger.
I had some credit for a fella can't do anything. Like even this podcast
He's 52.
Longevity, that's what you have.
Hanging there long, people forget.
But
That's the word I wanted for you.
I suppose I got it out. But you must obviously sit and play with the team that you had there. You had something about you to be a part of that team, because you had like 2 All-Irelands. You're not going to be in the team like that just because you know the manager or something like that. No, just saying. Just me saying something nice about you.
He's so positive.
No, just was, I suppose, you know, when I came out of, when I left Bowes, it's a funny time, I think, for lads coming out there. Like, we fail for the lads, and sometimes you see them coming out to Bangor now when we've left, and they come out at 21s, coming important. I mean, you go on to senior football, you don't know the players, you don't know the league, you don't know the teams or anything like that. And it's going that first couple of years hard, so I went down. So with a connection with Bangor, like my dad was involved with Bangor, my dad played for Bangor. Did probably every job there was with Bangor.
Scotty actually spoke really highly of him on the podcast.
So the Bangor was founded, I think, 87, and my dad would have been probably, I think about 1990 he went playing for them. So he was there from that time, like, and would have played, and then he would have managed them. I think he was the first manager to get them delegated. Up until Scotty so Scotty was good to me, Dad. You got that off.
He's got it. He's still
So you had a good affiliation with them then? Did you go watch them with your dad?
I would have been always there, yeah. I would have been from
Great.
the time I
Great
was
to have
6
that.
or so, yeah. My dad bring me up to the games, but they were playing in the school at the time. From our fairness, we used to go up there and something that's on the wall. It's a golf course in behind, so just bring the golf clubs the other time and took over. And
You say he's not good at anything.
You haven't seen him play.
So no, obviously there, myself and younger brother as well, we got to come to the Bangor game from that time. So yeah, that's just really fortunate to have that. Like, that's not everybody's experience of particularly say amateur football coming into. They're trying to find the team, maybe they're trying to affiliate with it, or you might know a lad who's playing here or there. It's no decision to make for me, obviously. Just
straight to Bangor.
Yeah, new for the lads here.
That'd be a good thing for you there as well, wouldn't it? Because what you're saying there, that you feel sorry for younger lads coming out of schoolboy or coming out of League of Ireland, going to amateur clubs, so it can be a bit daunting or daunting for them, or if they're not outgoing enough, or if you have a little gateway through your father, then like as you said there, you were going nowhere other than Bangor. It's great.
Yeah, no,
you had that opportunity.
It was a great place to start as well. Like we already talked about it as well, but like as a dressing room and stuff to come in at that time as well, they were all mad, training so loud. Like when you think of it, you go to dressing rooms now, it would be a bit quiet, but Jesus, like he slaughtered.
And it was allowed back then, based.
Yeah.
Now you kind of have to watch what you're saying to some young kids.
What should we touch?
That's a real like
bring a passport in.
There's some great characters there. There was I used to go up training with them even before the Bangor. That time we go up with my dad. I used to be training. And I go up I think I played my first game for Bangor actually when I was about 15.
Jeez.
Was a Bangor, the Saturday team was still for players, and my dad was going to move forward. We filled in and played really big. But I used to go up, so I would have known the lads, and I think it was Rocky was the manager when I first came up, Rocky O'Brien, and Rocky's mad. Rocky, but he's great with me. Rocky was, as long as you were kind of willing to do. So I suppose do what he asked you to do and be on time and all that kind of stuff. Rocky was an absolute gem. He's absolutely black and white with his stuff. To the point where he probably got off his nose and spot his face. I think he dropped 5 fellas one time for a big league game because he wasn't happy with the training the week before or something like that when they were going for the league. It was absolutely black and white. But I loved Rocky. He was really good for me.
Straight into the first team?
No, it wasn't really actually. I came up from the first year finding my feet, so what was it, probably 18, just gone 19, and ended up I played Saturday for the first year, and I think he threw me in once or twice on the Sunday, but I probably wasn't ready for it. Like I was shocked, I'd say, fellas, first time I played my hand, and floated around, played Saturday. Wasn't really enjoying my football. The Saturday team won the league that year, but I thought it was just trying to get the grips with it. It's a bit of a shock to the system when you start playing the first year.
Would it be coming back from the kind of Bows thing and the League of Ireland? That's the dream. You said, listen, and then you'll come back to playing Celtic football for the Bangor seniors.
Yeah, you may be a bit of that now. Not that you thought you were too good for it.
No, I'm not saying that, but just because you're dropping down and then you're getting changed to sort of the pitch somewhere.
Yeah.
And before then you're seeing trained beside the 14 players or a couple of lads playing, come down and.
But sometimes people underestimate how good the level is. I think when you come play the top level, they're playing against fellas who, have all the same experience you probably had schoolboy, and then they've 10 years of playing senior men's football. So I used to take too much out of the ball. It was the lads be giving out to me in training. That's what it was. It was probably the main thing. Pass the ball out, really. So it took me a while to kind of snap out of that and get kicked around the place enough times.
I was just going to say that the lads don't really tolerate that. No. They give you the clip around the head.
Especially the hold onto the ball.
Hold onto the ball, There's a fella called, you would have heard me mention Anto Fitzpatrick. Anto was great with me. He's a few years older than me. He was in the team of Bangor when I came down, and he used to hang out with me in training. He'd be reefing out me. Come on, like, let that. get off me, wrecking my head, like just, but he was helping me.
Yeah,
Pushing you. He was pushing me around. Yeah, I really appreciate that now. I think back to someone actually taking like the time to try and bring a young fella along like that, because he was nearly kind of ignoring his own game in training to try and bring his along.
Obviously seeing something that was in it, like so.
Yeah, maybe that was kind of, he probably knew me as well from being around the club and that kind of thing, but Arthur was great with me. He's still be a good mate.
So when did you find out yourself that you knew you wanted to step up to the top?
Like probably I did the first season, played Saturday, and then I think pre-season the following year. But Bangor, the Sunday side were going well. They were strong at the time, would have been up competing, probably finished 3rd or 4th the season before, and then that pre-season I kicked on and got into the team to start that following season, and we had a good side. So I think Rocky had left, Liam Riley come in as the manager, and Liam brought those players in, and put a strong squad there, and kind of broke into the team to start that and stay in the team, and that was great. Yeah, really enjoyed that year. It was kind of first year getting in and playing senior and finding what you're good at, what you can make a difference with your own. Kind of trying to find your game a little bit, like a bit different. Probably was getting forward a bit more, and probably a filled out a small bit, and fitness was kind of kicking in a little bit. So I started scoring a few goals and enjoyed that year.
Good squad that year, did you have?
Yeah, a good team, we won the league actually that season. That was the
your fourth season?
Yeah, so we've probably just gone 20, so it would have been 2004 maybe.
Wow.
2003, 2004 I think.
It's a long time ago, isn't it? Just Just take it back though, because because that's when we were the same age, but that's when we started playing senior football league.
Yeah.
And you're still kicking it out there, but fair play to them. It's a long time.
Yeah. So that was a great season, really good team, really young team actually. That was probably like a regret that that team never stayed together for a bit longer. Like it was a bit of bad luck, and 2 fellas got injuries and went away and that. But that was a really young side. So I was 20. Brian Mooney was on that team. He was probably 21. Davey White would have been 21. The two Devlins, Barry and Paul, all in around. I was 21, 22, and that was great. We used to go out like after the games together and all.
Just have much experience to add in with it?
The oldest fella was playing in the team, but the only experience was probably Alan Bean. He was the striker, and he used to play for Bluewell, smashing player. He won into me for Bluewell. He was one of the old man dressing. He used to slag him. He'd go to the pub after the game, he'd have a cup of tea. He used to follow the his gear and meet in the dressing room and all, like,
what kind of man?
Sit down with his legs crossed, sit down with that. It was brilliant, and Anto Fitz was probably your fella who was probably a bit more senior. On the boys, that was great. Actually, it was kind of a funny one because the manager's Liam left halfway through that season, through the 4th season, and had a falling out with the club, and they brought in a fella called Christy Lockheed, and Christy managed us. We didn't have much managing to do. The team was kind of maybe kind of figuring itself. Christy ended up leaving them at the end of that season after we won the league. So that was it was.
So you had 2 managers that year. You won the league.
Yeah, 2. Yeah, started with Liam.
Liam started left halfway through, and he finished off then.
Christy finished it off. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez, that's a rare one, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah. I think we only lost 2 games that season. I think Crumlin beat us down in the school. Jerry Bambrick scored. He scored no head out of the box. I think it was a ridiculous goal. But no, it's great. It's a good team. Yeah.
So you just lost a few players, as you said, in the second season. Who came in then?
Who came in as manager then? I felt like Jerry Fogarty. Jerry was a smashing player. Probably I would say he's Bangor's best ever player. Jerry won the Junior International Player of the Year, and Jerry's a player. Would have gone on actually and played League World if he wanted. I think the League World clubs used to come looking for him every year, but he was kind of happy there with Bangor. But so Jerry had been the Saturday manager. He came in, and Jerry was another fellow who I knew him well. He was friends with me there, and he was great with me always. He's centre midfielder, so he'd be great. He coaching me, and he was real kind of culture player. And so Jerry came in, and he was great to play under. He wanted us playing loads of ball. And obviously that's kind of the game that I wanted to play a bit. And we played some really good stuff. We kind of tailed off that season. I think we finished 4th maybe. We kind of went into this period in thereabouts for a couple of years. We finished 4th that year, 3rd or something the year after.
Always up there though.
we were competing, we were competing, and then just I think maybe 2007 we finished second in everything. We were second in the league. I think we lost the league by points, maybe the Orchard won that league. We lost the Charlie Cattle Cup final to Celtic, and we lost the Intermediate Cup final to Avondale with the last kick of the game.
Avondale do everything, don't they? The fuckers, they always get
That
over
was
the
the
line.
first one.
Was
That
it?
was the first one, yeah. That feels like that. To me, that's a bit of a sliding doors moment. I feel like for the club, for Bangor.
That was Avondale's first one, was it really?
I think that was the first one. I think about saying because
I think then and Bluebell have the most
intermediates.
intermediates.
Oh, well, yeah, because they ended up winning something like 5 and 7 years after.
They won like 3 or 4 in a row.
Yeah.
So what was the Camp League after the end of that season?
That's it.
Jeez, that's a hard thing, isn't it?
That was a tough one.
It's hard to pick people back up off the ground there.
That was really hard. Jerry walked away then at the end of that season.
I can see why.
I think he backed it in. Yeah, I think he backed it in.
Did he?
Fuck this!
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
isn't for me.
Yeah, I think it was tears in the dressing room and all after that.
I'd say so.
Yeah, it's a horrible thing.
Probably-
Do you know what? It's probably not. I suppose it's a good way of saying nobody ever remembers second place, do they? Like, because they don't, because like I wouldn't have known that, Nelson probably wouldn't have known that. Only yous would probably know that.
Yeah.
The yous were beaten and all that. The 4 cups,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and it can dampen a team then, because you can have such a great team. Like if you're being second in the Leinster Senior League or the Senior Sunday, then you're getting to the intermediate final, you're getting to the charity, you're getting to the Metro final. Like you have a good team that is.
But it's the same thing again. It's a lot of games. So you know yourself after a long season, probably playing 3 games a week. You come to the last. Obviously, your cup games are going to be the last games they're going to play. Have a cup final, and you're being. Come to the last one, you're drained. Do you know what I mean? You're throwing everything at it. Probably playing through injuries and all, and then obviously to get beaten as probably the last kick of the game. But would have been that intermediate.
As a sick now, alright.
Yeah. Sorry for bringing it all back to you.
No, it's still fucking. I think the highlights are up there somewhere on YouTube. The last week slagging me because I missed a chance in the game. I should have scored.
Talk us through that.
First half. Well, I'm not going to talk.
What point is that?
That was it.
Where you just play?
Torres Cross.
Down there as well. So
Yeah. The keeper got man of the match. Yeah.
what score was the match?
1-0. Yeah, they got Hoxie home.
How old are you roughly around this time there?
2007, so about 23 maybe. Yeah.
Great experience for you though at that age.
Yeah.
To be playing in all those big finals, like, do you know what I mean? I'm sure it played a massive part in your development even as a young man really going there.
Do you know what, like, I think that's in there when you kind of start playing senior, that's your formative years, I suppose. That sets your expectations where the club should always be. I struggled with that then after, because then we went through a period of not challenging and relegation, and we had a lot of years like that where, in my mind, Bangor's place was always challenging, and
that's all you knew playing with them. Yeah.
And it used to drive me mad then when fellas would go out to get anything that draws a good result for us, or playing against them. They were draw deals here, so we're playing against this team.
But the lads that came in after the stint that you had,
yeah,
the lads are saying, like, oh, this we take that, but as you said, you had your standards set.
yeah.
So boy.
Yeah, well, that was it. There was a few years there where it was tough, and I probably driving me mad already. But so those experiences were good. It's anti, but that's I don't know. That's the kind of competitive drive you have yourself. Anyway, probably naturally would have been like that regardless. Yeah.
So when that happens to a team, and you said that the manager, he like says, Nelson says fuck this, and he goes, does it dampen the squad then? Does the squad fall off? Do you stick
we probably lost a
together?
couple of players. Yeah, we probably lost a couple of players.
We went through something similar, I remember, with Weft as well, and then the following season we were thinking, we'd kick on, home, 2 or 3 players gone, and
it's
filters out, and it can harm you, yeah.
Like it is now, that's the thing, the amateur football, you don't know, when it's good, you have to really capture it, because if it doesn't last for, they're doing very well and keep a good strong team together for any length of time,
Do you know what I find is very hard as well, and we've always thought about it, we've often looked back, sometimes you look back at photos of a starting 11, you say, Jesus, that was a good team, and when you think about it though, age everyone's different, and everyone's in different sort of form. Where some people don't kick on, you know, you look at a player and say, oh jeez, he was a great player, but he only got good at 25, he's 21 in the pitch, and you're kind of going, wasn't as good then as he came to. So trying to get everybody at their prime at the same time for a squad or a team to be able to kick on or to win things and get over the line, it's very small little defining moments like that, I think, are defining parts of people's careers.
I'll tell you that the same as there's lads that had to go, he was a great player but didn't kick on for whatever reason, or you know, he had a good season there, they're going, he's going to be great, and gets a bad injury or goes away or gets a new job.
Some always comes in the way there, and
people peak, don't they, at different times? Like you'd like to think that you'd peak at a younger age.
Obviously, but then it all comes down to everything. As his formative years was that at the 21, 22, 23, is that's what kind of creates a player he's going to be in the 28s, 29s.
Yeah.
What coaches have in there as well, it kind of helps that as well. If he's not getting much game time, does he have the desire to push himself on to be that player that he wants to be?
Yeah.
And that's where I was saying that he was at the top in these years. So obviously he had that experience at a young age. Exactly. So some lads will get to the first final when they're 29 and will shit off hands because they haven't been there before and they don't know what it's like to go deep into extra time or whatever to win games. So that's just my opinion on it.
Yeah, like that's definitely a bit of regret there that some of those teams should have won more. Like we were always thereabouts. We probably were always just maybe missing a goal score or something, or sometimes it was a keeper. Maybe that there were years there where we left a few points behind there. That, like we never got all the pieces together at the same time.
I was saying,
Davey Sullivan later on, and at least didn't know Davey. He would have played with Lamford. He would have been with Bray, Wayside, and that. He was probably Lamford's record goal scorer. Would have played the Irish Championship team at one stage before he kind of went on. He got to League One. Davey came to us later on when we was home in Bangor joined the Queen as absolute animal goal scorer. And I just think we had Davey in so many teams before. Like,
be different start.
Difference a good striker makes.
Yeah.
Kind of what Crumlin always had. I always thought was the way Martin would do it, whether it's getting in the rear in the Leinster Senior League, whatever it is, you'd always have a top striker that gets 25 to 30 goals, you know. That makes all the difference.
So what age were you when the juniors started coming out? Or
I think it was 24 maybe. Yeah, it would have been 24 actually.
just after the second these runners up, was it just after that?
Yeah, so that was, what was that? Maybe 2008. Yeah, because actually it was the year we won the league.
Sorry, apologies.
Yeah, so 2007 we were home second in every.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
So actually, I have to contradict myself. The team didn't fall apart. We won the league. That's how old I am. I've kind of forgotten.
Do you know what? The people listen to this before they think, yeah, fucking shout at the
Yeah, so sorry.
And would that be in the year Scotty came in?
That was
Scotty came in after.
Yeah, so Scotty came in after Jerry. Yeah, so that's maybe 2008. Maybe just won in Scotty's first year. Maybe it could have been the second year, maybe 2008-9. I think maybe we won the league. And that's where we kind of gotten in a few more experienced players that come in then. So Terry Gleeson had come in from Celtic. We had Dell, Derek Prendergast, and Adam Mitchell with the two centre backs.
Solid,
so there was a good spine in the team there. Yeah, so that was the back. That was one of the two centre backs. Myself and Terry were midfield. We had Paul Gannon. I would have played for Rovers. I don't know if he's not Ganny. He would have played really full. So again, like there was a team around me then that we got those couple of lads in. So we were very different to the first team that won the league that he played in, was kind of more attacking and kind of younger, a bit more free flowing. We were very hard to score against that second team. Really just kind of grind out games. Kind of when we got ahead, you knew you'd win. It was one of those ones. I think Deco Carroll had come in as well. And Deco would have played with Crumlin, and then he came down to us and had a great season. He banged in loads of goals. Deco played up front, and he scored a hat-trick against Crumlin on the last day of the season to win the league. So
he's beat them just on the last game to win the league.
I think we had to win the league. I don't think Crumlin were there for. I think maybe it was might have been Talca or Wayside maybe, or how we're going for it. So we had to beat Crumlin on the last day to win it. They both scored a hat-trick and some goals team. So he's going around calling himself the Lord Mayor of Bangor.
That season, they just get anywhere regarding cups, any finals or anything like that again, or was it just the league?
I think so. I think it was just the league that year. Do you know what? Like, we've been really good in the cups over the years. Bangor, just we'd always don't know what it was. Yeah, we could never really put it all together. After the intermediate, when we beaten in the final, we made it to the semi-final the following year. I think we got beaten with Douglas Hall. They beat us up in the skill. They beat us to a game that we should have won. But after that, then we never really got anywhere near the end. We beat it for a long time. Terrible record in the Metro. That's a lot of us. We had a terrible record there. The red team that the club hasn't won. They haven't won the intermediate or the Metro. Charlie Cal. I think there's a couple of Charlie Cals in there. But no, don't know what it was. Yeah. So
did you get to the final of the Metro? Did you get to the final of the Metro?
No.
No.
I think semi-final maybe 1 year. But no, don't know what it is with the Metro. I wouldn't mind for Eddie Carney, who's the treasurer of Bangor. He works for Parent TSB. They sponsor the Metro because it's kind of one he cares about the most. Yeah. So never there.
So when Scotty comes in, then do you take a look at straight away? Did you already know Scotty from playing?
Yeah, we knew Scotty because Scotty was kind of involved with. Scotty had been playing, and then I think when I first came to the club, Scotty was injured. He broke his back, and he was just given a dig out with the Saturday team, and he did that for a year. Then he came in, took over as a manager, and the team was building. So it was kind of young manager, but it was a good dressing room. So he was the team for the men. So Scotty was kind of demanding enough, I suppose. Yeah, he'd tell it to you straight. But no, it was really, really good. And so kicked on won the league. It was a great first season. And then that team probably stayed together for a couple of years. Again, probably stayed the same team, didn't win as much as they probably should have done. And probably the team kind of got old together then, so probably Terry would have been finishing up, Paul Gannon would have been finishing up then. We would have lost Dale, Adam went to the League of Ireland. So that was kind of that team sort of ended up fizzling away a bit. We never hard players to replace players, players, you know. Brian Mooney would have gone and Joey Courtney, Paul Devlin, they were all kind of gone together, so that would have been the core of the lads that were there. So yeah.
Representative sides then you're in with the Leinster Senior League teams and the amateurs game. Did he not know?
He won't cross it out, that's why.
He won't cross it out.
He picked me the odds out, yeah. He never put me on. I would have been in around the Leinster Senior League squads probably around the time, so probably around, I got the average amateur team when I was 24, so probably was in the Leinster Senior League team in and around that, those years. And did one or two trips to Scotland, good trips, played them here in Jackson Park and things like that, and we beat them. So it was, I always enjoyed them. It's good actually get to beat the lads, to get them started to know the lads. That's a great thing amateur football, I suppose, and around as long as you are, you get to know these fellas and get a big kind of network of people that you know. Like my wife would be slagging me when we go out, like, I can't think where we go. I was wondering for football, standing talking. It's a scenery to people, you know.
It's great feeling though, isn't it?
Quite enjoying it. You know, actually, that's what I enjoy about listening to the podcast that you do as well, because you go, just what kind of a madman am I now to be this into like amateur football, but then like, you're not the only one.
But it's their memories, and sometimes it's your memories as well, you know.
Yeah.
Because they'll be talking about something and you probably remember it a little bit differently.
Yeah.
But you're engrossed in them because then you probably get a shower or something that you know.
Yeah.
The women, I don't say the women, but don't mean it's a bad way, but you don't understand that sort of it. It's what we gave up half our life to listen to football, and it's amateur, so.
Yeah, I know.
I think someone on the outside would be kind of looking, going, how can you love it that much? Like, but just have to be in it, don't you?
This is it. Yeah.
Realise, but it's great to have, like, isn't it?
The things that you miss from the young though, like not going.
Yeah.
Just two men and a dog. Actually, in the games, it was fun players. So like,
it's the world fun,
like, exactly like until last year or so. Didn't kind of have a beer, a glass of wine, and like, you know, on a Friday for playing on a Sunday sometimes, you know, and even weddings early or,
you're not drinking our mates, baby's christening.
Very good.
A lot of the amount of Saturday nights I've missed out on, but like I wouldn't change it for the world.
How was the body anyway?
Yeah, I'm alright now, yeah. I'm grand. Like, I've been really lucky. I haven't had kind of any serious injuries. It's the benefits of never tackling anymore. No, yeah, grand. Mostly injuries, like, kind of.
I think it's here and there.
Start getting into the 40s, the heavy pitches, and the Astros.
Would you want an outside?
No, don't do much really. I should do more. Like, do a bit of the gym, like, but no, like, as I said, I keep trying to go back and play a bit of Saturday. I would like to do that, but yeah, I'm not knowing about the moment now. So yeah, I played a charity game there for Kilmarnock over
He came in with a Kilmarnock jacket on. Where is it? It's definitely there somewhere.
It's not very bad, isn't it?
I wouldn't mind. It's the complete opposite side, isn't it? The M50 both.
Yeah. So I've living in Kilmarnock since 2012.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. So my wife's from the north side as well. So I'm getting over here for
best part
14 years. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. North side of their people too.
You're all
Coming over here taking air women.
You say just when Nelson asked you how your body was, you were kind of a player that like would have been box to box anyway, wouldn't you? You'd have never stopped running. You were always up, you were always down, you were always back, you were always forward.
Yeah, that would be my game, alright. Yeah. Probably. I'm saying I wasn't particularly great at anything to pick up, but probably I was fit anyway to run around. And I remember actually when we started playing, I think the wayside team would have been the strongest team at the time, and playing against the Wayne, Callan, Sailor, and then give me stick. Oh, you're only a runner. That's it. Well, I could try to play a bit of ball as well, but yeah, no, up and down was probably my game. Obviously, changes as you get a bit older here, and couldn't quite do the same running. And
would you sit a little bit more now from last year? Anyway, would you sit?
Playing me everywhere. Like, we played clean midfield, and I wouldn't know from one week to the next if I was going to be the 6 or the 8 or the 10, or sometimes you stick me up front. What kind of brain maybe you have here now?
Yeah. That's a trust he has in you, though, you know?
Give it a go, right? But
you'd be quite effective though in all them positions, wouldn't you? Like, when playing against you, I always kind of like seem to get a little bit of space to get the ball and to try and get the team up forward, you know. And
yeah, that's probably the best thing was keeping the ball, like trying to get on the ball. Probably, like said, it wasn't all pretty quick around like that, but probably good awareness of everyone's around me. Probably my main thing. Half decent feet, try to keep the ball. So played. Would have always been an 8 when I come into the team. First of all, so we would have played 4-4-2. Everybody was kind of playing 4-4-2 at that stage. That changed. We went to 3 then. I used to play. Terry would have been the sitter, and we would be the 8, and then either the 8 or the 10, depending on what was available. And then as I got a bit older, I sometimes played at the 6. But I always found that hard. That was when the 6 hard.
Stand still.
To try and knock up forward. It's like you're going mad. It's hard. You go in the middle of the pitch. So like I do admire the players who do that. It's a hard skill though. Played with some good ones there. Terry was brilliant at it. Terry Gleeson, like, just read the game, just be able to be disciplined and stay there. Might be kind of going off, put the reins on me.
Yeah, but you know you have a good lad behind you. That kind of.
Terry was great. Some good ones on the Irish team as well. We played with Wacker Dunne, Sheriff. He was very good at that as well as the 6. Fargo was there for the years when we had a run at the Regions Cup. Just kind of keeping the ball moving and like good long passes as well. Like, which I probably never really had the long pass in the locker.
Many caps you get?
I don't know exactly. They gave me an award one to win for over 50. So,
wow. And there's a lot of games they don't as well get caps for as well. So.
Yeah, no, I don't. They only give you one a year, you know.
Yeah.
Every year they do, but about 50.
There's a lot of friendlies though you wouldn't classify as a cap and stuff.
Yeah, I never really knew what the rules are for when they give you one.
Just turn up, get the award. Yeah.
I also never knew who was eligible for what game. Sometimes the squads would be different. Sometimes it would just be.
Sometimes if you were playing in the meet, you would be in a squad, but would probably be a junior.
That was about the only one I understood. I understood the quadrangle, that I wasn't allowed to play that one, but then there was other ones where sometimes some lads who had a bit of a league world experience could play. I think we went to San Francisco one time with them, and played some friendlies over there, and there was a whole different squad of lads who would have played. A fella called Shamey Crowe, I always remember, because I was rooming with a fella from Galway, and he'd been over with, I think he'd been over with Newcastle and had played 14 appearances and stuff for some teams over in England and that. So I never knew what the rule was for that. I thought it was eligible, but yeah, no, great trips. Like,
got a good stint there over, so you got a bit of games, wouldn't you? Like,
I think
you were always kind of in all the squads down there, weren't you? Like, mainly.
Yeah, who was saying? Someone was saying on the podcast. Once you got in, it was hard to beat out.
It's hard to get out of it.
Yeah, I like saying that. You still getting.
Did you have to change your game at all for playing with you?
Jerry definitely.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. Talk about Bojack Shock when he went in. Now he's brilliant after.
Yeah.
So we think back to him. And when he first came in, I was kind of, I wanted to get the ball down and play. That was one of my game where trying to pass her wasn't great for trying to play the percentage balls and that stuff. But that's probably why it took me a while to get into that team. Because I was probably 24, but we've been kind of successful a couple of years before that. Like, we'd won the league, I think, when I was 20. So in my own head, I was conscious. I think I should be in that team.
Yeah, very good. Like yourself.
But I would have been, I think it would have been fearless. Like Wayne Callahan would have been there, Sailor, and Danny Loughlin would have been there, Ray Whelan. I'm trying to think, do somebody else. But they would have been Tootsie Dollar. Tootsie would have been at Belgrove. Smash a footballer as well. But so when you're playing and you're beating the leagues, I would have thought you get in there. But with Jerry, it was real. You fit into his system or you didn't. And if you, like, there'll be some real talented players coming over the years to some of the trainings, and because they wouldn't necessarily fit into, or you had to adapt to the way that he wanted to play. So basically, you couldn't lose the ball and it would be shot. Like, he'd much prefer you just clip the ball in behind, and because he always played two strikers, he was happy with that. The lads would run the ball down for you.
It's their job now,
It's their job. Yeah, so that was a big adjustment. He was so like prescriptive with the set pieces as well that even say for tip off, you'd have to tip the ball back to the centre field and you'd have to launch it. You'd have to launch over the fullback's head. And I remember going to me, Dad, can we not just keep the ball? Like, but I look back now and go, you knew what he was doing. In fairness, he put together like a brilliant setup.
It's funny because anybody who talks about Jerry, who we've had on, who has been an international, have all said the same thing. It's when they look back now, they realise how good of a manager he was, and how good he is in the, like, obviously because he's an international manager, and how he transformed it all. But it's only now they're obviously thinking back to it, to see it,
Like, it's hard to explain when you haven't been in it, when you haven't seen how, like, he couldn't have done anything more in terms of the detail. When you think about what a manager, like, not just say the coach and the football end, but putting the logistics around the team that were there, like, so the coaching team that were there, the way that they used to set up the training days. So you train in the AOL on a Saturday morning, and you go in, you do a session, you might do an hour, maybe an hour and a half. They bring you in, you'd have lunch, or they'd have food put on for you. You go back out, you might do another hour and a half, so you might be there 3-4 hours. But like, he had that all set up, like, and the coach was perfect. He knew exactly how he wanted to play. Jerry Davis would take the sessions, or maybe someone else sometimes, maybe. I think who else he had, Paul Martin, but he always got good coaches in. Because he'd say himself, probably that wasn't the strength. Sometimes Jerry gets some kind to take the session and he'd be like,
old school.
Yeah, old school, alright, but just his organisation was brilliant, and then I think he just knew how to delegate the right things. And then Jerry Davis was coach, and Jerry was a brilliant coach, and everybody would know their job, so it would be great for putting the stuff up on the screens and running through every kind of phase of play, so you knew exactly what you had to do. And that was coming from me. It was like, they used to play me left wing. That was the position I ended up getting in, because he was playing a sort of a diamond in the midfield. That's like, he kind of evolved. I think we took a few beatings in the early days when I was in it. I think we got into 2009 was the first Regions Cup I played in, and I played over in Croatia.
Some great trips, right?
Like, my dad used to come with us everywhere, like in Rwanda, and we brother came to Croatia with us. Some gang of lunatics coming from, all the lads in Crumlin would always come, Sean Wall would always come from Crumlin, like Gas Man, and used to have the crack they did. We played that Croatia trip, was good, but we lost heavily against a really good Spanish team. That was the first game, and there they were just too good for us. So the team evolved, and after I think they kind of learned from that. We were playing 4-4-2. We were just getting overrun, and so they shorted it up then down the line. It's 2009. We didn't get out of the group. I think we lost. That Spanish team beat us. I think we.
The basket is.
Yeah, basket. Yeah. They were classy, but one of the lads went on to play for Zaragoza or something like that, just touched the ball. One of them where it was probably 2 or 2 degrees as well. And
when you're running around after the ball and that heat, it's not going to last, is it?
Yeah, so back to first one, 2011. I don't think we qualified in 2011. Didn't qualify 2011 or it was 20. No, did we? Oh, sorry, 2011 we were beaten in the final. I think that was that one, wasn't it? It was, 2011 we were beaten in the final in Braga. That was that was a bit of a sickener. They did really well. Played against the Braga team, the Portuguese team in the final, and they beat us with a late goal, probably with 5-10 minutes left in the game. Fell across, went straight in over the goalkeeper's head. They beat us 1-0 that time.
Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy the internationals?
Yeah, I did. I was really, I never played schoolboy international. I was kind of always in and around it, but never. I used to go to the trials, but never quite made it. So I was on the verge of getting a cap, so I never did get capped at schoolboy level. And my dad was so proud of me, that playing in amateur was nearly more for him. He was maybe more proud of that than when I actually got onto the amateur team eventually. So I used to love that. And I wasn't doing far from well. There was no hardship for me to go to the training and to the coach. And it was you'd go to some of the trips and you feel like nearly a professional player because the setup was so good. They were putting you up in hotels, getting to be trained.
The pre-match meal,
they were anymore. They were shut you down.
John Delaney's gone.
The cash cow was left to do it.
Fair play to captain, fair play to Jerry, because Jerry was pulling the strings to get that.
100% he pushed it off, or didn't he?
Banging on fairness to make that happen. That wasn't by accident.
Got it to where it was. Fair play to Jerry as well. You have to give it to him, don't you, for such, his longevity in with the internationals and a pristine manager or whatever. His mind was never or his head was never. It wasn't big enough to say, coming out or go into club level, or I'll take this or I'll take that, or I'll do this or I'll do that. Yeah. Just faded away, did what he had to do. His time was up, and he done a brilliant job, I have to say.
Yeah. Probably the only disappointment was that I think when after we won the Regions Cup 2015, that we could go and defend it because they changed the way that it was then. I think it was Leinster and Munster.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
They changed it. We had to play a trial game or a qualifier for the next one.
Yeah, lost it.
Played against Munster, so played against the lads that we'd won it with. So they beat us. So
build relationships with any of the country lads and get to know them.
The lads with Tip, madmen like Paul Breen, Jock, Higgy, Jimmy Carr, one of the good pals then as well, probably with Brendan O'Connell and Ken Howigan, the Rockman lads as well. So they would have been kind of there for most of the time when I was there. And gas man, just the Tip lads are a different breed. There's something wrong with them. I used to go down and have a cup of tea there. That's what Ken used to bring a kettle with him over to and a big box of tea bags, and then Brino would bring the biscuits, and you gotta go down and have to just sit there and have a crack and just be telling gas stories there's raw that but sound.
Raw, yeah. I remember your stories. They won the cup, they won the Jeffrey Junior, and him and Jimmy Carr woke up in the same bed with a lump of ham. A lump of cooked ham in the same between the two. He has to stay at that one out. He left
it. I think it was a Braga, I think it was Portugal, and the tournament was over, but our flight wasn't for another couple of days. I think it was for maybe two or 3 days. There wasn't a flight, which was a bit strange, but whatever, when I landed and basically it was just there's nothing else to do then. Just have a few beers, and so there were a couple of last days in there. But I think I ended up seeing Brino on kind of like a tractor going to the sweeps the sand on the beach.
Yeah, this one.
At 6 in the morning and stuff like that. There was a fella chasing them after.
It was driving. Barb,
I don't know. I thought one of them was driving. Was Barb meant in the nip on the back of her or something? Was he? Yes.
I think the two of them had had the bath full of bottles in the bedroom.
Great, isn't it? Like, especially now, even to be building relationships with players you're playing against every week, but players that you only see meet up on international duty, it's great times. I'm sure,
we go back to Bangor. You made a move then from Bangor, did you? So how did that come back? So
I played one season with Kevin's, so that was I can't remember the time there great now, but
did that obviously come about because you were a north side Lar, or
I actually wasn't even in north side at that stage, so I was going on there, so what I didn't have a falling out with Scotty, but I was probably a bit unhappy with, like, Scotty at the time was falling out with refs all the time, and he was he probably said himself he was probably a bit erratic at the time, and I was getting a bit fed up, and and probably we weren't as competitive as we had been as well, so I was getting a bit, I was probably just falling out of love a little bit with it at the time, and I was kind of coming up to, I think the season maybe had started, and I'm just not enjoying it. The same thing for this is like I don't want to go down, but I wouldn't have moved to anywhere else in the league, so it was kind of like the end of the window was coming up, and I knew actually Jerry Davis had gone into Kevin's, and so a few lads had gone in, Ross Carrick, and there was a couple of other lads had gone in.
Stevie there, Brown.
Yeah, I think Stevie and Spanky son.
Brown was there,
they were cup tied that year, I'm sure, were they? They had played for WEFTA.
Yeah.
We were with WEFTA, and I think WEFTA might have obviously split up, or something happened, and the two lads went to Kevin's. Yeah,
that's right. That was the cup tie.
And they were cup. Did you get the Leinster Junior final that year? Stevie and Spanky couldn't play because they were cup tied. Yeah, that's right. Largo there as well.
Largo was there. Yeah, Connor Dillon.
I think Moyo left Holgate and went to Kevin's as well.
I was there. Yeah.
He actually did decent.
Very good,
Decent Kevin's side. So
that's where we crossed paths actually.
Was there actually?
It was Kevin's against WEFTA. That's what it was. I remember. Yeah. I don't want to play with you now, but go show you.
I think I passed the world.
Nope. That was a game on.
1-0.
No, that was a really good Kevin's team.
Was it Jerry kind of the twisting one there, or was it a bit both? Didn't want to sign for anybody?
Yeah, I didn't want to play against Bangor, and like at the time, this was fun. As I told, probably was over the north so decently, and so Jerry went on to me and went down and did the year there. Which is good club, Kevin's, like a lot of good people there.
How did you find? I think I heard. So how did you find coming from there to theatre? Because I think somebody had said something to me about, say, you leaving Bangor and coming to Kevin's, and obviously knowing what the Leinster Senior League was like, and playing in the AUL, and like how shocked you were of the physicality that you were getting, how you're getting kicked. It was different. I wouldn't say I got kicked any more or less now, to be honest with you, but it was just different. I suppose it probably wasn't as strong, I'd say, as it had been. So I think Leicester were gone. Leinster Senior at that stage. So it was really Sheriff were down at that stage. And he was there, like, I'm trying to think who else was strong.
What was on the way up there around that now?
Bardic
would have been there, I think, and maybe Paul that him had
he probably would have climbed up a little bit, Paul's in.
But the level probably at that stage wasn't as high. It was different, like don't get changed, like you said, the bit with the car down Macaulay Park.
Just a little bit more raw, wasn't it?
See, it's mad, you get changed in the boot with card, but you hang walk out with the teams together with the referee, just all official and shake hands and all that. You gotta get changed. One of the trainers because they've been pissing it.
No, you know, I never minded that part of it. It wasn't me, like leaving Kevin's wasn't really because of any of those. It wasn't now, like I just always being with Bangor and
Scotty came crawling back to the
not at all. It was actually my dad used to say, go and watch the Bangor games instead of coming to watch the Kevin's games. He wouldn't come.
No.
He'd be like, watch the Bangor match, not go watch Bangor. So it was probably just they kind of got out of the system nearly, like doing for a year.
Did you enjoy that year?
I did enjoy it because it was a good team. Yeah, we won the Leinster Junior. We didn't really challenge much in the league. I think Sheriff were on streets ahead. I was surprised when we played them. It was probably we hadn't played them at all. I hadn't come across them. They were only in their form at that stage, and yeah, they were so strong. Like they kind of reminded me of maybe our team from a couple of years back. Just in like it was a team of men. They kicked fuck out of us. They had their ref dogs abused. The ref, I think, was
they had everything, didn't they?
Yeah.
That was Sheriff team.
But there were a lot of smashing footballers as well. Like they would have had like Bones and Paulie Murphy would be there, and yeah, like just quality all over the pitch back in the years. Yeah, it's just a smashing side. So they were too good. I remember going out when we played them in Clontarf from time, and one time we were kind of going out going, we think the team are a bit afraid of these here now. Like, I don't think we believe that we can actually beat these. Like, I give them to Lorcan maybe to reckon. Get on guys, and he was taking it. This is mad. Like he's
Lockwood would be one of the stronger referees back then. Lockwood would be the stronger.
Yeah, but that's, I think Sheriff had that in them. I remember probably having a little bit of a weak mentality myself sometimes going into probably a couple of Sheriff games as well, where you're like, we're not better than these. They're gonna, you know what I mean? They're gonna do us, and it's in your mind a little bit, and
they're
you can
banging
be
on the
off
dressing
your own
room.
game then. Do you know what I mean? But like, if you'd love to be with them doing that rather than thinking that way. And it sounds, I'd be fairly strong-minded when it comes, especially when it comes to football.
You would have been able to dressing rooms as well.
Yeah. But when you used to come up against Sheriff, sometimes they would have nearly had you beat before you'd even get out there.
Yeah. We drew one out of them one day. But the boys all celebrated to win the league. And I felt embarrassed. You know what I mean? They're like, you got a fucking draw. You just played defence. We got 11. Like they were saying it, like obviously they were being annoyed because it was in the paper now. The money we have to have. I was like,
oh, you have to draw with.
Yeah, I think it was Meadows actually. Yeah, well, listen, there was a good masterclass with Colin Owen, Colin Wallace. So. But that's right. Like, people are celebrating draws against them. It was just like, this is not.
Then you know how good you are. Then people are celebrating a fucking draw against you. Do you know what I mean?
They were quality side. You couldn't get near them. I think they played 3-5-2, and it's just they want to play very.
Just everywhere, weren't they?
Yeah. Everybody run around, just back the ball.
Would you play with Bones and Wacker in the amateurs as well? Then?
Yeah, they would come into it later. So Jerry didn't used to pick them for a long time. He didn't pick them, and I don't know what it was. Like, I don't know the thing of like I was saying before, where you kind of had to fit into Jerry's system sometimes. And he thought maybe the lads a bit more like wanted to be around team or football, or maybe play a bit more off the cuff, but. They were winning so much that you had to pick them. Like, you know, you couldn't ignore them. Like, he used to kind of nearly have a little team sometimes for the little camps when you go into it. And I remember for the Regions Cup that we ended up winning, he kept writing all the time winners on that was his whole thing. Like, the dressing room was full of winners here and there, but that would have been when he brought in the likes of Paulie and Wacker would have come into it and Bones. So yeah, William Malloy would have been in it as well. Yeah, so it took them probably a while to get in, and they probably feel hard done by it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'd like to actually see what way they went with a few of them, because I do remember them. Like a lot of the time, they wouldn't have been in the squads, and even when you won the regions that time, even after it, like, you know, they wouldn't have been mainstays like the way yourself would have been, or
not say like John Robb.
Yeah, probably very under.
Didn't get many games
for that.
Jerry, like played a little bit, but you know.
I wouldn't say it was his football ability where he didn't get
same soil.
I'm sure John will tell you that.
There's a podcast. So yeah.
He won't do it.
That's every second week. That's every second week. He's doing it. Handle stories that we send, and then like, come on, John. Get blue ticks off, and that's all you get. Singing.
Yeah, but no, that's so it was that. Do you know when we ended up winning the Regions Cup? It was funny because it was nearly a lot of the lads that had been the mainstays that were just unfortunate that he went around for like
Sharky and all them.
Sharky was gone. Ray got a bad injury. Ray Whelan, like he's done his crew shit maybe. I think who else? Danny. I don't think was there for the finals. Was he injured or something like that as well? So a lot of the lads that kind of been there and been on the journey with didn't make the last one. And I nearly forget that sometimes. You look back at the pictures and go, oh, geez, yeah, he wasn't there. Like, you know, we feel for it because they were a massive part of it. They could get
Of building it, of course.
So,
so you went back from Kevin's back to Bangor, and then how did the things pan out then?
Yeah, so just since so it's probably up to 26, 27, maybe going back to Bangor. So that's going like 13, 14 years now at this stage, and so kind of good years and bad years. Yeah, in a sense.
What was the swaying back? Did you just say, well, you need to be playing Bangor?
Yeah, I just missed it. Yeah.
So your dad as well, saying obviously he's a Bangor man, and
my dad was involved. My dad got sick at the time as well. So he got cancer. So kind of just thought, go back and he might come up and watch me again. I was like, but now, it was probably just that. I just missed it and missed the lads, and probably, as I said, kind of got out of my system. Scotty, that's it. You know, funny enough, when the year that I left, Bangor won 2 cups. They won the Noel Roy and had just come in. That was a Sunday cup at the time, so they won that, and they won the charity cap, the big blue down the final charity cap. So sick.
Look, at least you added to your tally with you got a junior cup in. It's a junior.
Yeah, that was cool. So we went back and trying to think.
Would that be in Scotty's? No, sure, he would have won the league. It would have been his first cup though. League cup one.
Probably was actually. Probably his first cup. Yeah, so we won the league in 2008-9 maybe, and then probably the charity cap and the Noel line. And I think that's the last thing that we've won. I don't think we've won that since. So I said lots of years when we've just struggled to put it together probably consistently for the season.
But you're still plugging away. Obviously, it goes to show what sort of character you have, and Scott, you have that. That's your club. You're not gonna step away. Even at 41 now, you're still thinking about what might drop in and we go back. But a lot of people would have put some of the hand out a couple of years ago.
He did say about the club though, didn't he? A small club but big in stature.
Yeah, it is small. It's just like I just said, there's only the 2 teams. There's now we occasionally we would have had a 19s. So Lures, there was a bit of a link up with Lures for a while, and we take their 18s as a 19s. But that's only been here or there.
I think Inchicore this year did was that one really? No?
Inchicore got a lot of that. Lures 19s. There's one or two lads came down now to us. So I think when I came back and we kind of the team. So I suppose again getting relegated probably not too long after that. I think that was probably probably 28, 29 maybe at that stage. And
how does that feel for you after having so many highs and being an international representative?
It was actually the year that we won the Regions Cup, so it was in 2015 because I remember we went to they brought us over to kind of like a sort of a training camp thing before the Regions Cup, and I remember following it because there was a game on and the result was determining whether we were going to get relegated or not. And it was myself and Conor Riddick were in the squad. They was following this match. I think we needed Greystones to not beat Glebe or something like that. And they believed we were like, it's away in the strip, we're after getting relegated. We go back and played in the Regions Cup finals and we won it, but that was really hard. I felt for it.
So if you're
the club, like
you're probably on the highs of your career, and the club is having one of its lowest. So it's sad.
I had played all the games. Like it was, I think things that was towards the end of the season. I didn't miss any Bangor games after that. But actually, I think we'd finished up. Usually they try and do it around the same time. We play a game for the ones that matter. They usually play it on the same day. But I think we'd finished up a week before, and Greystones needed to get a point or something out of their last game. And we thought we were okay. We thought we were going to be safe. We ended up going down on goal, not even goal difference. Goal scored. One goal scored.
Oh,
so that was it. That was a killer. I'd scored. We'd beaten them, I think. We played our last game. I think we played the other grounds. We scored. We were losing 1-0 against Greystones. We come back and we won 2-1. The last kick of the game, when I scored, it's great. I'm saying here on that.
Messiah.
We ended up going down. So that was kicking stone. It was hard to please. But in fairness, everybody more or less stayed the following season, and we came back up. It was ourselves way too in the orchard by relegated. Kind of mad, like three
and 3 came back up. That's right. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
What way did that go regarding first, second, third?
I think the orchard won the league. Greystones were second, and then we were third. There was a good gap between I think maybe Swords. I think we were on the other team that were were anywhere near it. There was a good gap there. So that was important. You know yourself, like you get stuck down there, or you'd see some of the clubs that have slid down the Orchard now even, I suppose. It's been amazing to see what's happened there. So it was important, I think, that we bounce back up quickly.
Tough league, isn't it?
Really hard, yeah. Really hard. There was loads of travelling that year. There was, I think, maybe Portlaoise and even there.
Hartlow and all them sort of things.
Newbridge. Yeah, it was tough. But, and they're a bit of a scallop, I think, then obviously when you go down as well. So I think
the raise up.
Exactly. Yeah. But now, fairness, for Scotty as well, Scotty stuck around, he could have jacked it, and he stuck with it. And got us back up, and then then it's funny because you're coming back up the following year, and now you're a newly promoted team, like, and now you're kind of thinking, like, what's success here now this year? It's just staying up feels like success then, which was like, again, for me, who kind of come from Bangor, it's been challenging when I started out. Just have to settle into that again, but
you've gone through
different challenges.
Have you got a youthful team, a young team then when you come up? Is it transition into a young team?
It's a bit of a mixed bag of like, I trying to pull lads in from around the place, so it was, I don't think really hard, like, there was, I don't know, I can't even really remember how we were, but we weren't particularly strong. I think we just about got away with the first year. We stayed up and then started to add a few players, and we picked up. And we kind of haven't really got dragged into it since, and we've kind of, probably the last 2 or 3 years, been really enjoyable, where we've kind of started kicking on again a little bit and kind of looking up the tables rather than looking down. Gotten, like, the team's really young now this year, but they're very, very good. It's a lot of really good players there. 1 or 2 lads in and around. For a long time, we didn't probably have anyone representative squads around like that. But now there's Brad Rogers, the left full. He's had a scoring for that LFA squad there recently. Adam Maher, I don't know if you know Adam, the right fullback. He's been in the Leinster squad. Jordan Walker, the goalkeeper. He's been in the Leinster squad as well. So
going to start getting a bit more recognition now from representatives.
Do you think to be changing up the guard anytime soon with yourself and Scotty? Would you think you'll step into senior management?
I always thought I would. I kind of always thought I would get involved in it, but now I don't have any interest in it. No, I did it for a couple of months from, and I couldn't believe how time consuming it was. Like, 24/7 on the WhatsApp, like, ringing players.
It's a full-time job, isn't it?
I think you had about 80 players that summer, trying to get people in. And they used to drive me mad, but I used to be going, like, Scotty, why not get more players in? Crumlin is getting everybody in here now, but the Crumlin and Bangor kind of came up the leagues together from, they were kind of, I don't know, when Bangor left Premier A, whenever before, they came over to Leinster Senior League. And I think the two clubs are going together, so Bangor were probably a little bit ahead of, kind of got up maybe a little bit before Crumlin. I think they won the league before Crumlin won the league. So it was obviously in my mind that Bangor was a stronger club, and I have to say, very similar. Did a great job. And I suppose you look at skill boys.
But they'd have been more successful before Crumlin were ever successful.
But then you have to say fair play to Crumlin, like I suppose if you look at what they've done in the skill boy setup and how they built that there, fairness to Martin, they've done a fantastic job there. But we had great games, a great rivalry there. Like, some of the matches were a few scraps, alright, like a few rows and that. I always enjoyed it. I always enjoyed the slagging and the cracking banter. You well know, receiving the audition there as well.
No, those would be great games.
Always get big crowds.
Big crowds. Always big crowds.
Like playing in the skill as well. Like we never had a great record down in the skill. I felt we were always like, getting the receiving end of a late goal, or I think we played.
I got a last minute winner in my first game.
You did?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
Last minute winner, I couldn't believe it. I think I definitely.
How did you get on the pitch?
Definitely miskicked it.
There was some great ones. I think we played the year that Crumlin won, I think all the trophies. I think it was whenever Dean was there, we played some flashy games against that year. They did some skill. I think the game was 3-2, and Dean scored a hat-trick. So I think that's the game was, I think, the highest quality Leinster Senior League game I played in. I can remember playing in, because like that team that we were obviously very, very good. We were very good as well. I think we went down to 10 men. I think we were 1-0 down, 1-1, 2-1, 2-1, and Dean scored a free kick then, or just a cracker from the boxing with to win the game 3-2.
Great to be involved in that.
Massive crowd at the game there was, like, and just really enjoyable games. Alright, like, I always enjoyed them. I think we're trying to think of another one. Another one was up in the scale as well. I think someone went down injured, and Tommy Trainer was refereeing, and we was meant to give the ball back. Danny Loughlin locked our goalkeeper.
He's a little body, isn't he? That's him all right.
Every single player had to do chasing around trying to get him the hole. Everybody was running on the pitch.
What was the outcome of it? They scored, the goal was given?
I very fair play to Tommy Trainer. He just went, I didn't see that, but take that again.
Yeah. It was going to be more, I'd say.
Yeah. So, there's a row down in the Wavy grounds one time as well. Someone so upset something to someone on the line. I think it's Warner turned around and said something to the other lads. And fucking hell, we're all loose, like the two dugouts are killing each other, and then never really used to get you involved in it, like, so stand back and
hold me back.
Hold me back.
Just slumming over the shoulder on there.
I think actually, I've only been sent off. I think I've only ever been sent off twice. I think once was for kicking Danny. Yeah,
that's allowed.
I think he was delighted. He wound me up. He was successful. But no, they were good games. You know, it's funny because I think probably at that in the early stages we were a threat to them probably, but then there's probably years there where the derby meant more to us than to them because they were fighting at the top end of the league. We were fighting at the other end of the league, which was driving me mad. They were probably more concerned about the blue belts and other teams then at that stage. But, yeah.
So then you filter into being a senior player. It starts getting to the older stages, like when you're starting to hit whatever it be, in the 30s. Are you thinking, I'm just going to keep going till I can?
Yeah.
Or like, did you plan to play till you're 41? Or?
I never thought I'd keep going as long as I have, to be honest with you. Like, I thought like, I got to 35, I would be doing well. But I'd say a big thing that helped me was there was a few years there where I was probably the oldest player on the team, about 10 years, and then Dale came back, Derry Prendergast, and Dale's the same age as me, and that actually helped.
Still playing now, isn't he?
Dale's still playing. He's still probably the best player, yeah. So that helped when Dale came back. Then he was kind of a similar age and played in the dressing room, and he's a winner. He's won the first division a couple of times and captain teams, and that was great to have him in place. So that probably kept me going, and probably a little bit of competition with him and wanting to keep going, and so like, you going again next year, surely you're going to retire. No, I'm going to go again. So that
you say we'll go with you.
Is a little boy.
I'm not having no injuries, and probably can't keep plugging away. Like, Scotty was saying, trying to retire me for many years to try and find someone to take over. So sometimes you'd be like, Jesus, no, they should just get out of the way of the lads, let younger players come in. But I don't know, I obviously love playing, to be honest with you.
Do you think, obviously, it was a Carragher says, leave football before he leaves you? No, but do you think though that you... It's packed his bags, it's gone out. But do you think you still have it in you? Like that you have a cameo role, would you say? Or would you...
My body's probably alright. Probably, no, as I said, I'm not injuries around like that. I played a good few games last year. I had some terrible games where I was going, Jesus, what am I doing out here? I feel properly old. I got a bad knock in the head against, we played Montpellier in the Metro last year. I got a bad knock in the head and I was all over the shop. Why am I doing this out here this far? But then at the same time, like the same, some of the last 2 years have been probably some of the most enjoyable years I've had. I kind of relaxed a bit about it as well.
Yeah.
Not probably would have been over the top about like how intense it was about it maybe for maybe 20s and maybe early 20s. A bit more relaxed about it and enjoyed it a bit more now. So I don't know. I'll probably run around already. Probably might get a game of a Saturday maybe. So.
Yeah, but that's you step back.
Do you think that might be the plan?
Yeah, I'd like it. Like, my brother's involved in the Saturday team. He's still playing and he does kind of assistant manager, so he's trying to get me down all the time. And I just have to find time.
Could you listen to him down the sun?
He's playing, so he'd be there. You would have played. He played midfield, be sometimes with senior side.
Very good.
Good player as well he was. Yeah, just probably liked his nights out a bit more than United, it's probably the only thing that held them back.
Took me an hour, that's why I got the odds levels, you know, as you could say.
Yeah, I know, I'm just great now, he's there. Yeah, so he's got a good banker, man, so yeah, he's been in my ear all the time. But eventually.
Just fucking do it, will you please?
I do well for top of the league, so
Yeah.
So I don't
So you can get yourself a winner's medal.
What else you can sneak in and get them a second?
Yeah, there you go.
Right, any regrets?
No.
No. Yeah.
Sweet.
No.
Oh, lovely, that's
No.
Best player you played with?
Best player, Derek. Yeah, Del Pendergast. Yeah, smashing player. Just.
So did you play one before?
He delved at Bangor when we came up at the same time to Bangor.
Yeah.
Actually, the first season that I came up to Bangor, Del came as well. He came from Brendeville. He was playing for the Oscar Trainer team, and Liam was bought him, and he brought him down. So we were born 2 days apart. So about 41 of us now. But yeah, Del played the first season and was there for a couple of years. Then he went to League World, a great League World career.
And then came back then, yeah.
Yeah, what a player though. Like, he's just like slower than coastal erosion. He is like, but he's just raised the game so well. Like, so calm on the ball, put into the air. But a brilliant leader, and a brilliant bloke as well. Quick, restaurant really calm. Just keep the head. So sometimes you lose the head. I wish I had his calmness, you know. But
Yeah,
that's him with it.
best manager?
Best manager. Jeez. Do you know what? That's nearly impossible to answer, because I'll tell you what, like, kind of for being in and doing a little few months with Scotty and seeing what goes into it. I just have the utmost respect for any of the lads that will do it. You know, the amount that goes into it, like, you know. So like, within Scotty, we had Jerry Fogarty, we had Rocky, Limo, Jerry Smith then on the international side of things, Jerry Davis. Like, I would have took something from all of them, to be honest with you, so I'm going to dodge that one.
Yeah, I love it. Plead the fifth.
Best manager. Oh no,
Oh,
we already
hey, you really want
to be listening there.
He really wants an answer, he does.
Best manager. Best club.
I'll have to say Bangor, yeah.
Best friend in football?
Best friend in football. Jeez. It's been around how long now. I forget how the lads say playing. I still be in kind of WhatsApp groups and stuff with some of a lot of the lads that we started out playing with. That's the beauty of it. But I'll have to say my brother, just to be non-controversial, to say Andrew.
The hardest player you played against?
Played against. Probably, I'll go back probably to. I struggled against lads that were kind of big and physical, obviously. That's never really minded. It's funny enough, like, they're good records. Never really minded playing against kind of the football and so it's like they're going to maybe they played the likes of the back home team. It was the fellas like say Gareth Coon, you know, big physical lads, or like Wayne Callan, that side, that graceful team they played, and like just like give you no space. Terry when I played against him, Terry Gleeson. Who else was there? Same man that played for Mock, this big physical fella, Daly, was it? Daly? Yeah, like real. Those lads I always found kind of like they couldn't match them physically, like, and that would have been my game was more about like when I one fella, so one fella's always a bit strong and he probably struggled a little bit. But anyway, probably over any of those.
Favourite memory?
I'd say winning the league the first time around with Bangor, when I was probably a group of lads all in around the same age. Just we used to, after all the games, just go down to the pub there together after the games on a Sunday and go for points there, and winning the league there. We won it out in Malahide, won the game out in Malahide, and went there that night. So I'd say that was great crack. Yeah.
Players that didn't fulfil that potential.
Didn't fulfil that potential. Jeez, I don't know. That's a hard one. Yeah, there's lads who wish they stuck around and played longer. Probably the time one. Like I think, like I'm probably thinking back to that first kind of Bangor team. Like there's a fella that played midfield with me, a fella called Davey Freeman, and he just got a bad injury the following season after. Like absolutely smashing player, probably gone on and probably been anything. Like he's same age as me, so we kind of look back on just if he hadn't got that injury, he could have have been playing the last 15-20 years with me. So I'll say Davey just was injured.
Yeah. We go into your best 11.
God. Well, I can't even remember half the lads now at this stage of the week. I'll be trying to remember 20 years of Bangor players, you know. I'll take the Bangor, right? One's any representatives. Goalkeeper, I'll go with Jordan Walker, actually. Current goalkeeper, smashing player. Yeah. We commended good for the last 2 seasons.
Young lad.
Brilliant save, brilliant shot stopper.
He's a young lad, is he? Or?
Jordan, what age is he? Mid-20s.
Where did you get him from?
He was with Kilmanagh, and just came down just a couple of years ago. He was around the Leinster Senior League squads himself and Adam Hayden, the two of them, put a vote in for the number 1 spot, I think, in the Leinster Senior League. Adam was with us for a year.
He's a Moffitt now, is he?
Yeah, so Adam close second there. There. Probably got either of them, but Jordan Walker. Right full, I'd have to name a few names now, or they'll give it out to me. Paul Gannon, Granny, David White, Adam Marr, who's playing now, smashing player as well. Just you never seem to get beaten by anybody in the one-on-one. Probably the only player I've seen kind of. You never see him lose one-on-one against beating McGregor at that time. Always used to give us terrible trouble, but I'm probably the only one who could kind of wrap him up. So I'll go for Adam Marr actually. Left full was always a tricky position for us because it would have been Andy Farrell for a while. You know Farrell. Probably the toughest player to ever played in the Leinster Senior League. Farrell was a smashing player, but I'll go for Farrell left full. Centre backs would be Dell and Adam Mitchell probably. Midfield, go Terry Gleeson, go Davey Freeman as a centre mid. Right wing, we'll go Joey Courtney or who else is there? Maybe Brian Mooney. Have to get him onto the team, so I'll put Mooney left wing. Who else did I say? So Terry midfield with Anto Fitz in there as well, so Anto Fitzpatrick centre mid with you'd be delighted to get put into centre mid because he's really a left full. We just got stuck in centre mid every so often if you were stuck. Right there, and then up front I'll go with Warner, Paul Devlin, who's a great player. Really suited me, kind of just stick the ball and I'll lay the ball off to you, so suited me for running off him. Wouldn't do a whole lot running himself now, but smashing player Warner. And who else up front I'll go with? I think who else? I'll have to go Deco. I'll put Deco Carroll in there as a Lord Mayor Bangor. Did you like it?
Fair play.
Yeah.